Want to know how to best harness the energy of the full moon in Sagittarius, May 23rd, 2024? That's what we're going to look at today, because this is a time of heightened ideas and visions. It's a time to release what's no longer serving you. It's a time to step out of your comfort zone, to release shadows, and to gain some illumination on various aspects of your life. Hi, I'm Laura with Heartdriven Tarot, where you receive intuitive insights from tarot readings to your burning questions and more. Today we're going to do a 5-card reading for the full moon. And welcome back. I will say I took a little break because I was traveling with my 2 adult children. It was their first time to visit and see London and Paris. We took 9 days to do that. And so I did take a break here. And I think it's always important, if you can, and if you have an interest, and that's part of one of the traits of Sagittarius, which I am, is the drive for ambition, for travel. A lot of Sagittarians love to travel. I know at least all of my friends who are Sagittarians love to travel, and I do too. However, it can be quite draining, quite tiring going off into new areas and navigating around new places, etc. So that can tire you out. But it is, I think, important to do if you can, if you have that desire, because you always learn something. Going to lower the camera. We're going to do 5-card reading. And just so you notice here, Temperance card in the Major Arcana, number 14, is the card associated astrologically with Sagittarius, because Temperance has energy in a way that are opposite of Sagittarius. There's a lot of inner peace and balance, whereas Sagittarians tend to want to move forward and have that wanderlust. I will say that. So let's do a 5-card reading. Lay out the cards. How can we best tap this energy of the full moon in Sagittarius, time of heightened ideas and visions? All right. First card in terms of what we need to expansion is the Hangman reversed. I will explain each of these in just a moment. Second card, what do we need to release that no longer serves you? King of Pentacles. Card number 3, what comfort zone do you need to step out of? Queen of Swords. 4, what is coming to light in your life? 7 of Cups reverse. And 5, the overall message from the universe. Card number 1 is, and this is the Hangman reverse, and this is in the position of how can you expand with the full moon? What area do you need to expand in? Now, when upright, the Hangman is card number 12 in the Major Arcana, which of course has extra weight, and it's a situation in which a person is suspended in time. Maybe they're taking a break, a time out, to gain a new perspective. So you see, he looks quite meditative, and he's got this aura around him. And he's hanging, he's not moving anywhere. So it's just that time of pausing, time out, and a reflection, turning within, gaining a new perspective, looking at things completely anew. Now, given that this is reversed, however, what is this saying to us if we need to expand? How can you expand with the full moon? Well, I would say that it is suggesting that perhaps, and I interpret the reversals in a number of ways, I feel that this is saying you really need to intensify your time out, that you really need to make this a priority, to take some time out and turn within. By turning within, as you see, he has this aura, you are going to get some illumination. And of course, the full moon is illuminated. In fact, I saw it early this morning before the sunrise. It was beautiful. Not quite completely full moon because it's at the end of this day, but definitely it's illumination. It brings illumination. And so I believe the Hangman reversed is suggesting that, and is advising that you really need to, it's highly important for you, especially important for you if you want to expand in your life and tap into the realm of heightened ideas and visions to move forward in your life. Make this a priority. Take time apart, take a pause, and turn within and reflect. And as you do so, you will gain some ideas and illumination. Now the next card is, what do you need to release from your life to tap into the full energy, the energy of the full moon? And we have here the King of Pentacles, or the King of Coins. He's in the position of, what do you need to release? Now this is interesting. Of course, the kings are the authority figures. They're the ultimate figure in the court cards, the highest figure. And we see here this man, the king, seated very confidently and erectly on his throne. He's looking straight ahead. And what this suggests to me, because this is in the position of what you need to release that no longer serves you, that perhaps you have given yourself too much, or you've prided yourself too much in a particular area, and that you think you are the ultimate authority. And maybe you need to release that. Maybe you need to let some new ideas come in. Yes, you have experience, especially for people watching this, over 50 crowd. Yes, you have that authority, but to move forward and to get heightened ideas and expansion, release that, become a neophyte again. As some schools of thought say, it's helpful to always think like a beginner. Don't just think, oh, I know everything there is to know about this particular situation, especially in the realm of finances, career, investments, etc. Think anew, think like a beginner again. That is what I believe the King of Pentacles is advising you to release now. That sense of authority, sense of feeling like you're on top of everything and there's nothing else you can learn. There's always something new you can learn. Let me take a sip and of coffee. It's morning time here. Okay, now what area, how can you step out of your comfort zone? And we have here the Queen of Swords. And of course, swords relate to communication, speaking, ideas. They're the air energy. And we see here the Queen. I love her purple outfit. She has her sword there. She's touching it very lightly. And it's at an angle. And so how can you step out of your comfort zone? Well, perhaps there's an area of communication or your interactions with people and how you interact, how you speak with them, that you need to move forward and step out, do something new, take a new approach to doing this. That's what I feel, because we've got these, in this particular rendition of the Rider-Waite Queen of Swords. I mean, she's seated very, firmly, she's seated or sitting erectly. She's got these the angels behind her, and then these billowy clouds in the background and mountains. And I feel that perhaps she's been sitting a long time and she needs to stand up and move forward with her communication. So think about, is there an area of your life where maybe you've become complacent and you've been steadfast with a particular perspective and way of presenting and communicating your ideas, and that you need to step out from that. You need to consider a different way of communicating. Look into that. That's what I feel the Queen of Swords is suggesting, that you need to step out of your comfort zone in the area of communicating with other people. Now, the next card is what is coming to light during this full moon. We've got the Seven of Cups reversed. Now, the cups relate to feelings and emotions. So what is coming to light is something in the area of feelings and emotions, sentiments. Now, when upright, the Seven of Cups is the card A lot of tarot readers call this the card of illusions and illusions. We have this individual who's looking almost perplexed, although we can't see their facial expression, but they're standing, the way they're standing there, they're looking a little bit like overwhelmed by all these options coming from these different gold chalices, and perhaps they don't know what to do. But given that this was reversed, Seven of Cups reversed, is that what's coming to light is that your ultimate choice is going to be made clear to you. That you've had a whole host of different options that you've been mulling over and that are important to you, but finally, a choice, the right choice for you from your heart is going to come clear. That's what's coming. That's what I feel intuitively the Seven of Cups is advising. And finally, the overall message from the universe. We have the Page of Cups reversed. Now, when upright, again, cups represent feelings, emotions, sentiments coming from the heart. When the Page of Cups is upright, we see this young man, so it's conveying youthful energy, looking at this chalice with this, curiously, with this fish popping its head out. And so they always, it's very much a curious image. And he's staring at it, almost as if he's looking puzzled. But given that this is reversed, it's suggesting to me that the overall message from the universe in moving forward, in taking advantage of the heightened opportunity for heightened ideas and visions in your life, is to instill the sense of youthful energy, youthful feeling about your life. That think anew, think of new ways, and that relates to these other areas. The King of Pentacles, that's, as I said earlier, releasing that attachment to where you have arrived at the moment. Feel that this is suggesting take on that youthful energy, that youthful sentiment. Think anew. Think back at the times when you may have been younger and had a certain passion, and perhaps you need to tap into that again. That is my summation for the Page of Cups. Now, just looking overall, we had one major arcana, but it all seems that this is a time to think anew, to release old patterns, to not get stuck in your old ways of doing things and thinking that you're the expert, thinking that you know better, especially after the age of 50 and such. We often think like, oh, we've already been through X, Y, Z, and so we tend to dismiss things. And I know my children pointed this out on minor things when we were traveling and looking. My son had to get another type of charger, converter, whatever, and I made a certain assumption. Oh, this store is not going to have this little grocery store like 7-Eleven. And sure enough, we go in there. My daughter said, well, let's look. And right there, behind the counter, the cashier is what he's looking for. So I made certain assumptions based on my previous experience that were inaccurate. So I feel overall, this is a time for renewal, to think anew, to recognize where we have, what we have achieved, but to always be open to new ideas. And I also want to share with you in conclusion, the Archangel card that I selected before this reading from one of my favorite decks, the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And I selected the card, Remember Who You Are, for all of you. Archangel Michael, this is the final message for the reading. It says, you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. And I think that's a great message to take away with this full moon in Sagittarius. And as well, just some additional commentary from the little booklet that comes with these cards. It says, you are made in the image and likeness of your Creator, so you embody aspects of all those qualities. Your inner divine light is pure and bright in truth, and no mistakes can undo God's handiwork of true perfection. Don't be afraid of your power, your magnificence, or your wisdom. When you succeed, you inspire others. When you change your life so that it's more aligned with your interests, you inspire others. Be powerful. Be magnificent. This is who you are. And to conclude with that, the song, the musical selection I recommend, because it just touched my heart. I looked it up yesterday, and I listened to it yesterday and today. And every time I listen to it, it makes me start crying. It tugs at my heart. And it's the 2012 rendition of Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin, one of my favorite bands in college. But it's a rendition, an arrangement done by Heart. The singers, Annie and I forget her sister's name, Wilson, singers from the Heart, but it was a performance done at the Kennedy Center back in 2012 to honor Led Zeppelin. So listen to that song, because I think it kind of pulls together this reading and just really fully embracing who you are. And just, I know the music is so stirring. I just had to recommend it. So until next time, remember, illumine your mind, inspire your life with tarot.